stop scrolling for a moment, because this might be the message Jesus wants you to hear today. Sometimes life becomes so heavy that you feel completely lost. You pray every night, but nothing seems to change. You try your best, but the problems keep coming. And slowly, a painful question appears in your heart. Jesus, are you still with me? If you have ever felt that way, this story is for you. There was a young man named Daniel. Daniel lived in a small town and worked a simple job. His life was not perfect, but it was peaceful. Every morning, he went to work and tried to do his best. Since childhood, his mother always told him something important. She used to say, "Whenever life becomes difficult, remember that Jesus never leaves you." Daniel believed those words for many years. But one year, everything started going wrong. One day, Daniel's company suddenly closed. Without warning, he lost his job. At first, he thought finding a new job would be easy, but days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Every day he sent job applications. Every day he waited for a reply, but the replies never came. His savings slowly disappeared. Bills started piling up, and slowly, the stress began growing inside him. One night, Daniel sat alone in his room. The silence felt heavy. He looked towards the ceiling and whispered, "Jesus, please help me." But nothing happened. After another job rejection email, Daniel felt completely broken. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered softly, "Jesus, I feel lost. Are you still with me?" The room stayed silent. No voice, no miracle, just silence. And that silence made him feel even more alone. The next evening, Daniel decided to go outside for a walk. The streets were quiet, and the night air was cold. He walked slowly, without knowing where he was going. After a few minutes, he reached a small church. The door was open. Daniel slowly walked inside. The church was peaceful. A few candles were burning, and the silence felt calm. Daniel sat down and prayed from his heart. "Jesus, I don't need success right now. I just want to know that you are still with me." As Daniel stood up to leave, an old man entered the church. He had kind eyes and a gentle smile. He looked at Daniel and said, "Son, are you okay?" Daniel sighed and said, "I'm just tired." "Tired of what?" the man asked. Daniel looked down. "Tired of hoping." The old man sat beside him and said something simple but powerful. "Sometimes, when it feels like Jesus is silent, it's because he is working behind the scenes." Daniel looked at him with surprise. The man continued, "You may not see it now, but God has not forgotten you." Those words stayed in Daniel's heart. Before the story continues, if you believe Jesus never forgets anyone, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. And if you believe in his love, comment, "Amen." Now let's finish the story. The next morning, Daniel woke up feeling a little different. His problems were still there, but his heart felt lighter. He remembered the old man's words, "God has not forgotten you." Daniel opened his laptop and started applying for jobs again. Hours passed. Then suddenly, an email appeared. A company invited him for an interview. After so many rejections, someone finally gave him a chance. The interview went well. 2 days later, Daniel received a phone call. He got the job. Not only that, the salary was better than his previous job. After months of darkness, light finally appeared. That evening, Daniel walked back to the same church. He looked at the sky and smiled. "Jesus, thank you," he whispered. At that moment, he realized something powerful. When he thought Jesus was silent, Jesus was actually working behind the scenes. Maybe today you feel like Daniel once did. Maybe life feels unfair. Maybe your prayers feel unanswered. But remember this, even when you cannot see it, Jesus is still working behind the scenes. Your miracle might be closer than you think. If this story touched your heart, like this video. Comment Amen if you believe in Jesus. Share this video with someone who needs hope. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more faith stories. Because one small message can change someone's life.